Bonaduce, life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life coach.
I am, in fact, Danny Bonaduce, and I am your life coach. You should call me right now. Here's the phone number. That would be 1-800-252-1025. Or you can email me, and we take your emails 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The address is lifecoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.
Remember, when you call 800-252-1025 with any kind of problem you're going through, you can change your name if you want to. You can, try to disguise who you are, because I know a lot of times people are going through pretty heavy problems, and they don't want maybe their friends or neighbors to know. Well, they won't. Just call yourself Danny Bonaduce or Steve or Becky.
And everybody will believe you.
Yes. We have a Becky in Auburn who sent an email. My best friend and her boyfriend live together, have plans of settling down, but have been on the verge of a big, nasty breakup for months now. She has a lot of depression and emotional issues, and she relies heavily on me for advice. I love her, but the whole situation is starting to take over my thoughts. How can I be there for her, but without getting too involved in this wacky relationship?
Here's what you have to do. It's a wacky relationship. You're absolutely right. You have to take a step back there, Becky. These people are into it. That's what happened. When you fight for a month, and I'm into drama. I love drama. I actually have a crown that I've been awarded the drama queen. So, and I would not take anything a month. Those people, there was a TV show. It actually started out as a radio show before TV was even invented, I believe, called The Battling Bickersons. And what that is, it's based on life. There are couples that just want to battle. The Honeymooners, the old TV show with Ralph Crandon, to the moon. If you look, they fight every single episode. That's what they do. These friends of yours, they are just into this. It's what they are basing their relationship on. And I have experience with some of it lasting a long time. But don't get sucked into it. It's not really important to them. They're putting on a show. This is what they like. They like to get mad. They like to yell. They like to bring up old dirty laundry. They like to fight in front of people. As a matter of fact, sometimes that's even better for these kind of people. So the answer to your question is, take a step back. Don't be there for her, because she doesn't really need you that emotionally. It's pretty much a game to her. It's a fun thing, and that's what they do with this relationship.
If you've got any kind of problem and you would like the help of the life coach, he is here for you right now at 800-252-1025. Let's put you on with Susie in Tacoma.
Good morning, Susie. How are you?
Hey, Danny. I've talked to you before, so yeah.
Was I helpful?
You were.
Good.
Here's the thing. I have been the victim of targeting and bullying for the past 2 years. For the past year, part of it, I became, it got really, really bad, and it's been ugly. So I've had to defend myself against all these false accusations, because I am a active person in union and sticking up for other people and so on and so forth. And today I have a really ugly meeting where I have to go and defend myself against all these false accusations.
What kind of accusations?
Well, basically it boils down to the fact that they're saying I'm rude.
Really?
But that's basically all it is that they're saying I'm rude. And I'm not going to combat that, because I'm forthright, but I'm not rude. I'm forthright, and I'm honest, and I stand up for myself and other people who are being bullied, and that's all I did. And so, but they've made it look like I'm just this awful person, this awful worker, this awful human being, which I'm actually the opposite of that. And I have a very good reputation.
I mean, is there any chance that what you consider forthright, because there are people who think they're being forthright, when really, in fact, to other people, they're being rude. Could their accusations be true for them, but not true for you?
They're only true for the people that are above me, not true for the people that are around me, because who I work with, because this has to do with, no, I'm not going to work for free. Sorry.
Smart.
I need to be paid. This is my job, and things like that. And how come people don't trust me? Well, because you lied to them.
Now,
that's
give me an example, because both Sarah and I have said, no, we won't work for free. It's not what we do. So we're with you completely, sister. But is there, at some point, do you call anybody stupid in this? Are you a name caller?
Nope. never.
All right, so what is their accusation? And I'll tell you if I think it's rude or not.
Their accusation is that I was inappropriate to certain people, and basically the inappropriate. That's kind of a catchphrase that
right.
jobs are using. Inappropriate, which makes it sound like it rubbed up against somebody. But
right, that's exactly right.
And all they did was say, "This is wrong, and you can't treat me this way because this is wrong, and this is bullying, and this is harassment."
Well, you're a member of a union, are you not?
Yeah.
All right. I would say, are you in any fear of your job or anything like that?
Oh, absolutely. But we're doing everything we're supposed to do. They're very active in this. But the reality is, even when you have a union, employers do what they're going to do, and then you're left to fight it. And even when you're right, here's the thing: even when you're right, even when you know you're right, even when you've done nothing wrong, it's still freaking scary.
It is scary.
You know what I mean?
It is absolutely scary. But I will tell you this at the end of the day, if you've got the support of your union, and it sounds like that you do, and the accusations are impolite or terse or something like that, my money is on. And no one has ever called me back up and said, Danny, you said your money's on this and you were wrong. Now, I've never had that happen. My money on this is that this is much ado about nothing. They're going to shake you up. They're going to scare you. They're going to show you who's got the power, and they got it because they got your money. They're going to scare you because you got to pay your rent. But at the end of the day, your job's not in any actual danger. They're going to, if this happens 2 more times, and it's on paper, this is a stepping stone to firing you because Sarah and I, again, have seen this. Everybody's got to document everything to fire a person. There's such a paper trail that has to go along with firing anybody. If they want to fire you, and I don't know that they do, but if they want to fire you, it's 2 years from now. And I'm not kidding. They're going to document this, and they're going to wait the appropriate amount of time to allege that it happened again. That's 7 months from now, maybe 8 months from now. And then that's going to happen. And then a year from that. So a year and a half from now, if they want to fire you, they're laying the paperwork. And by then, they may very well change their minds because you're good at your job. So hang in there. Nothing is happening out of this. Good luck, Susie.
Good luck. And if you guys out there have a question for the life coach, you have time to make the call, 800-252-1025. You can always email lifecoach@kzok.com. John in Renton has emailed the life coach. My wife thinks I drink too much. I work construction, a 10 or 12-hour day, 6 days a week.
Jesus.
After a hard day's work, I enjoy cracking open a few cold ones to help me decompress. I probably drink a 6-pack 3 or 4 nights a week. My wife thinks that's way too much. She's had issues with alcohol in her family, but my casual drinking hasn't had an effect on our relationship or my production at work. Is it too much drinking? If not, how can I go about telling my wife I'm not going to end up like her father?
Okay, here's the one thing on that, because that's strike one. Are you an alcoholic? If your wife tells you you are, that's strike one. But I need, as a king of all drunks, I need 2 more strikes against you because that's not enough for me. And by the way, I think that's a fine amount of beer. You're working hard, and that wouldn't matter to me. You know what? I work an 8-hour day like a normal person in an office. I'm not breaking my ass every single day, 6 days a week. I'm working 40 hours a week in a nice office, and I want to drink a 6-pack of beer every now and again, maybe 3 times a week. That is still gonna. The fact that you work super hard, and I appreciate that you do that. That doesn't allow you to drink more. If I thought you had a drinking problem, you'd still have a drinking problem no matter what you did. I don't think you have one. So strike one against you, though. If you called me up and said, "Do I have a drinking problem?" I'd say, "Well, does your wife say you have a drinking problem?" And if you say, "Yeah," that's strike one. The next strike would be, "You ever had a problem at work? Have you ever had a DUI?" You don't have any of those. So here's what I want you to do, and I want you to do this by yourself because I want you to win this. I want you to go on the internet and Google a couple of do I have a problem drinking tests. And some of them are so nobody can get through it. Somebody that never had a drink in their life is going to fail this. So make sure you've got a test that is reasonable and fair. And you know exactly where to find it. And then you go, hey, honey, I don't think I have a drinking problem. Danny Bonaduce, my pal, the life coach, doesn't think I have a drinking problem. Only you think I have a drinking problem. Let's go to the internet and just Google what's an alcoholic. And I want you to pre-read them because I want you to come come off clean on this. But the fact is, I don't believe for 1 minute that you're an alcoholic on 18 beers a week. 18 beers a night, and I'd question it. I wouldn't automatically go, 18 beers a night, you're an alcoholic. I don't know if you can quit or not. 18 beers a week, you are good. So here's the game. You ready? Ready? Go on the internet. Find 3 or 4 good Are You an Alcoholic tests. Make sure you pass all of those with flying colors, and at the end of taking them, it says, nope, not an alcoholic on this. That's what you do. And go, see, honey, I'm sorry about your dad, but it's not automatic. It doesn't automatic. Alcoholism is an illness, and I would have to have it. I don't have it. I have beer. It's going to be okay. And be real tender and real sweet, and take the test, and she'll go, oh, okay. And she'll probably sleep a little better that night, but you're okay. I want you to know that. You're okay.
Any kind of question, any kind of problem you have, Danny Bonaduce is here to help you. You can make the call now to 800-252-1025. And as I've said earlier, change your name if you need to. If you want to try to disguise your identity, there is no problem with that. Next caller is going to be Mike in Sumner.
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Danny.
I will tell you this, just as kind of something to get the phone ringing that people call the life coach. This particular topic that you're calling about, I was going to say, hey, if this happens to you, give me a call. And there you are with this particular thing, man. What's up, Mike?
Well, here's the deal. Been married 31 years.
Yeah.
My wife goes to the doctor, and she's got a rash on her rump.
Yeah.
She comes home and tells me that the doctor told her it was genital herpes.
Right. By the way, if I sound less than impressed, almost everybody I know, none of them work here. I'm not outing anybody. But you know what? There are people near and dear to me with herpes. So I'm not over the moon about this yet. So your wife has genital herpes. How long have you been married?
Anyway, she says that
31 years.
I think in.
Go ahead, Mike.
Hello?
Yeah. Are our mics not working properly? Can you hear me, Mike? Maybe it's Mike.
Hey, Mike, you're on. Go ahead and tell us what's going on here.
Oh, okay. I can hear you now.
All right, cool. All right, go on.
Okay, here's the deal is that I go in and get tested, and I don't have it.
Right.
Okay. And I'm told by my doctor that it can lay dormant for a long time before it rears its ugly head.
To turn a phrase, yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to believe it could lay dormant for 31 years? Is that what you want to believe? Because if that's what you want to believe, then that's what happened.
That's what I'm being asked to believe.
Then believe it.
Then believe it.
Why? Do you want a divorce?
Not particularly.
And can you sleep at night going to a doctor, a guy who can't really lie to you? The Hippocratic Oath says to do no harm. The doctor is telling you it can lay dormant for 31 years, and it did. The doctor says it. Your wife says it. Why not believe it? And whether you believe it or not, well, you believe it anyway. And go on with your life. Here's the only thing. A lot of people, and I've been in this boat, but I broke up with the girl before this happened. I thought I was going to marry this one girl that had herpes. And I decided, because we had to wear a condom forever. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get these on purpose so we can be together. Is that something that crossed your mind, is how you're going to make love to your wife for the next 31 years?
No, I don't want to do that either.
Well, I was a super bad call, and I didn't do it, and I'm very proud I did it. And she told me the story of another boyfriend of hers doing it. And by the way, I said, don't tell me that story, but she did, and the boyfriend was very unhappy, and they broke up. Don't get yourself a case of herpes. But I'm telling you this, I know that it can happen. You can also win the lottery, but I know that it can happen for 31 years, dormant 31. Your wife says it did and that she didn't cheat on you. The doctor, I say that's what you believe. And go on with your life and be real happy, and never hold it above your wife's head. Never go, you know what, in a fight, you have herpes, you cheat on me. If you're going to believe she didn't cheat, you got to believe she didn't cheat. And me, the doctor, and your wife say she didn't cheat. Go on with your relationship and have a happy life, Mike. I think that's what you should do. Hey, that's all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce and Life Coach. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.